Hey everybody, Scott here, and I know it's been a while, but it's been really busy around here. We had to get a horse from Seattle to New York, trying to get dance schedules up. School season is kicking in. It's been crazy around here. In any case, I wanted to make sure we still got a video up here for you, and we're going to talk about don't mix genres. And as I said, your readers don't like this, but this is for those of you who think that your story actually fits in multiple areas. Now, here's the rationale behind this one. Okay, we have a lot of authors who seem to think that if they can make their story diverse, in other words, it fits here, here, and here, that somehow that story becomes more marketable. And while in the business world, if you can bring a lot of diversity to your resume, in the romance genre, in any writing genre, it's not going to work this way. And here's the reason why. Before I even get into this, let me explain why. It's not going to work because your book sellers, the people who are running Barnes and Noble, your independent booksellers, your Amazon people, they want to know what shelf is your book going to fit on. One shelf, not multiple shelves. They're not going to take your book and put it onto historical fiction, romantic fiction, paranormal. They got to pick one. And your readers are only going to search in one area. So you've got to decide where this story is going to, and that's where it's going to come down to. So we're really talking about this not mixing your genres. So let's go ahead and move on. Now, what am I trying to talk about here? Look, I don't know how many times I see submissions where authors are really trying to show that their stories are diverse, that they work for every single person. The reality is, and I know a book doesn't fit for everybody. It's as simple as that. You don't like every single book out there, okay? End of story. You don't like it. We know that you don't read every single thing out there. We know that there are certain genres you don't like to read. And that's what we're trying to talk about. But we're also saying that authors are somehow attempting to try to show that their stories are marketable. In other words, look, it fits to everywhere. But in the end, here's the deal. Your stories are not marketable if you're really trying to do every one of these things. Because guess what? Your story can't do every one of those things. Your readers are expecting certain things when they come in. So you need to make sure you focus in on that. So let's talk about this. Where do people come up with this idea? They come up with this idea because they hear the phrase cross genre. Oh, wow, this story crosses genres. So they want to do that. But the reality is, cross genre is really blending two different genres together that really are connected together, but they're connected together in a unified story. So I'm going to bring up three examples right here. Historical romance. We have history, we have romance. That's it. We don't want to see historical fantasy, romance, sci fi. We don't want to see that stuff. Okay? Romantic suspense, not a problem. Romantic suspense, paranormal, historical, a little over the top. Paranormal women's fiction. Okay, we can go with this. Paranormal women's fiction, romantic suspense, historical, thriller, too much. Again. So, really, when we talk about cross genre stories, the key thing here is two genres. That's generally what we're talking about here. So, here's the thing this is what it comes down to readers know what they want. Okay, and we talk about this all the time with branding your stories. Readers want to know. So let's just try this. If somebody says, "Oh, Stephen King's got a new book coming out," people who like Stephen King, sorry there, people who like Stephen King know when they open up a Stephen King book that their Stephen King novel is going to meet those needs. They know what they want. Okay? This is part of the reason why, in reality, J.K. Rowling struggled because J.K. Rowling puts out her Harry Potter series. People fell in love with it. Everybody loved it, right? They were buying those books, making sure they were on their doorstep on the day of release. And then she turned around and she tried to write a different story. Everybody who liked J.K. Rowling picked up that second story and went, this isn't J.K. Rowling. Well, here's the deal. It's not J.K. Rowling, right? It is, she's trying to do something different. Okay. So when readers pick up your books, they know what they are expecting. Okay. And if you try to do something outside of the box, it's not going to help. So, so if you've got somebody who says that they want historical fiction, that's what they want. They don't want to suddenly have you throwing in a ghost because that's not what they bought into, right? They bought into historical fiction, trying to do paranormal. Guess what? Your paranormal people want something else. They don't want, paranormal people are saying, we're willing to look outside of the box. Historical fiction people say, no, box is set. We have to focus in on this one. So I want you to really kind of keep that piece in mind, is that your readers, if somebody reads inspirational romance, they want something in there, right? If you're doing inspirational romance and then you throw in a paranormal piece trying to be different, you've lost your inspirational people now because those people are going to walk away. Because when we come down to this again, is that, like I said, people know what they want. Right there. That's a big one. They know what they want. They know if they open up your book, whether the genre, whatever it is, it's your title or your genre or your name and your genre, they're expecting that. You go out of that, you're screwing everybody up. Okay? So, what can you do? It's really easy. First of all, know what your genre is. I cannot stress this one enough. I reject so many people who absolutely do not even know what the heck they're writing. They're just throwing a title at it because somebody said it's this or this or this. You got to know your genre. You better be reading your genre. Quit trying to be the author to meet everybody's needs. Okay? It's as simple as that. My authors who are the most successful out of all of the Grey House authors, I've got one author and she knows she writes historical romance and they're hot and sexy. Guess what? That's what she knows she's got. That's what she writes. She's not going to turn around and say, okay, I'm going to try to write something tame for you now, because guess what? They don't want the tame. They want to know when they see her name show up, they're expecting it. Quit trying to meet everybody's needs. You have a market. Focus on your market. This is business 101 here, people. Number 3, target your story. Know again what your genre is. Focus in on that one. Okay? Don't, again, try to be everything else. The last one is the really important one. I want you to know what your brand is. You've got to figure out what you really write the best. That's your brand. Okay, so again, I'm going to go back to my Grey House author. She writes some fantastic historical fiction, authentic historical fiction, but it's hot and steamy. That's her brand. She's now known for this. That's what she is expected for. And when she sends me stories so I can do some developmental editing with her, I'm going to sit there and go, dude, we're at chapter 10 and there is no hot and steam going on yet. We got to fix that. End of story. That's what her brand is. Now, if I have somebody else who's trying to go for that inspirational approach, I know what the brand is. We have to fix that. So you have to figure out what your truthful brand is. Okay, so in the end, this is really what we're talking about. And I'm going to go back to my old slide right here, see if I can click on it. I can't. Oh, well, whatever. Just remember, know what your author is. Okay, no, not your author. Know what your audience is. Know who your audience is. Know what they want. That's what you're going to focus for. Okay, quit trying to be something for everybody. We don't want that as agents. Editors don't want that. Booksellers don't want that. Even if you're somebody who does something, does your publishing like self-publishing, booksellers don't want your book to fit on every single shelf. They're still going to pin you down and say, pick one. You got to make sure you do that. Okay, so hopefully that's going to help you out a little bit here. As always, I want to just remind you of a couple different things. Number one, Ray Bradbury. I didn't put this on the slide for you today, but Ray Bradbury says you only fail if you stop writing. So please, don't stop writing. Keep pushing yourself. Keep trying. Keep pushing ahead. You got this. If you liked this video, please make sure you like this video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel here. Remember, here's what I'm saying for you here. And some people have not gotten this piece here, but when we hit the 1,000 subscriber, I'm picking one of our subscribers, and they're going to get at least a 6-month mentorship with me. Okay, and I know 1,000 seems a long way out here. So if you want this, make sure you share the video. Make sure you tell people. Talk to your critique partners. Make sure you do this. Follow me on social media. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter. So make sure you follow all of those sites there. Ask for help through your writing chapters. So here's what I mean for this one, is that if you are interested in having me come to your writing chapter, or you want me to do a Zoom meeting with you, or I don't know, I can do newsletters, whatever that might be. I'm judging a contest here in the next week. I've just provided a critique for somebody. All you have to do is ask. I don't come to you. You have to come to me. And that's the difference between Gray House and a lot of other places, is that Gray House says, you want me? You got to come get me. You just have to ask. I'm not going to beg for services here. Okay, so you got to make sure you do that. And then finally, if you do definitely want to make sure you submit to me, always go to my website, grayhouseagency.com. Go to the website, read the descriptions, follow me on the blog. I forgot to put that on the social media, but I am on a blog, and all of those links are off the website, but make sure you go there. Okay, so that's your update. I'm hoping you're having a great weekend here. I'm going to get back to watching my baseball game right now, but I wanted to make sure we got this post up and running for you. So I will talk to you soon. Have a great time out there. And remember, you only fail if you stop writing. So make sure you don't stop writing. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.